My girlfriend shared a video called, "How I Got My Boyfriend to Pay My Student Loans with Step-by-Step Instructions." It received 2 million views. The comments were filled with praises about her behavior and encouragement to take advantage of him. I didn't say anything, just quietly stopped the automatic payments. This morning, she discovered a $73,000 overdue notice and a trending TikTok titled, "How My Ex-Boyfriend Ruined My Credit Score." Hey viewers, we just hit 10,000 subscribers. Huge thanks to everyone who supported the channel, but only 16.4% of you are subscribed. If you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button and help us grow. I'm 38 and still processing everything that just happened. Maybe I'm the fool here, but hear me out. I've been with Sarah for 2 years. She moved in with me about 10 months ago. Things seemed fine, or so I thought. She had about $67,000 in student loans from graduate school with high interest rates. When our relationship got serious, she was always worried about missing payments and accumulating late fees. I offered to help by giving her money each month to cover the payments. She would transfer it to her loan account from her own bank. We agreed it was temporary while she got her finances in order. That was 8 months ago. Every month, I'd hand her $350 in cash for her loans. She kept saying she would take care of it herself next month. Then next month would come again. I eventually stopped asking. Last week, I was scrolling through TikTok when a video appeared. Sarah's beaming face was on the screen. Title: How I Got My Boyfriend to Pay My Student Loans. My heart sank. The video showed her explaining how she tricked me into taking over her payments. First, stress about money constantly. Then let him offer to help. Act grateful, but never mention stopping the arrangement. If he inquires, just say you're working on a plan. 2.3 million views. Comments applauding her. Queen behavior. Use him, sis. Secure that bag. Men are wallets if you play it right. I watched it 5 times, shocked by the casual way she described manipulating me. The pride in her voice. The comments celebrating financial abuse, because that's what it's called now. I didn't say anything to her, didn't confront her, just stopped giving her the monthly cash. No explanation, no warning. She had no clue I had seen the video. 3 weeks passed. She never brought up the loan payments or asked for money. She just acted normal while her loans remained unpaid. Finally, one morning, she came downstairs looking puzzled. "Babe, something strange happened. My student loan company called about missed payments." I looked up from my coffee. "That's odd. You should probably call them back. But haven't you been getting money for the payments?" I stopped 3 weeks ago. The silence was deafening. Her face changed through about 15 different expressions. "You what? Why would you do that? Saw your TikTok. Congrats on the 2 million views, by the way. Really enlightening content about financial manipulation." Her face turned pale, then red, and then a color that doesn't have a name. That was just content. I was being entertaining for my followers. Entertaining how you manipulated me into paying your bills. Really funny stuff. You can't just stop giving me money. I'll fall behind on payments. Your loans, your payments, your issue. She started crying. Not the fake kind from her video tutorial. Real tears because reality was hitting her. Please don't do this. I can't afford $1,300 a month. You know I can't. Maybe you should have thought about that before making a tutorial about using men for money. I'll delete the video. I'm sorry. It was just for content. The video has over 2 million views. The damage is done. The money stops here. She spent the rest of the day on her phone, probably trying to figure out how to make a payment she had never made herself. Too bad she had been too busy making videos to learn basic financial responsibility. I gave her exactly what she asked for in that video. Freedom from my wallet. Update 1. 6 weeks later. The consequences have been swift and eye-opening. Thanks for the comments. Good to know I'm not crazy for refusing to support someone who made a tutorial about manipulating me. Sarah's situation worsened just as anyone with common sense could have predicted. 3 missed payments turned into 6. Late fees piled up. Her credit score began to drop. The TikTok situation exploded beyond what either of us anticipated. The original video reached 5 million views. People started duetting it with their own stories of financial manipulation. Sarah became the poster child for toxic relationship behavior. She tried to do damage control, making an apology video saying it was just entertainment and taken out of context. The comments tore her apart. Context was pretty clear, sis. Financial abuse isn't entertainment. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. She deleted the apology after it got ratioed into oblivion. Her loan servicer wasn't interested in her content creation struggles. 6 missed payments triggered their collections process. Letters started arriving daily. Sarah finally admitted to not making any payments since I stopped giving her money. I thought you were just mad about the video. I figured you'd start giving me money again. Sarah, I watched you show 2 million people how to manipulate their boyfriends. Why would I ever give you money again? It wasn't real manipulation. I was just explaining what happened between us. You literally called it a strategy. You had step-by-step instructions. I was being dramatic for views. And now you're really broke. She tried to involve her family. Her mother, Linda, called me demanding I resume the payments. Sarah's credit is being ruined. You're destroying her future over a silly video. Linda, your daughter made instructional content about financial abuse. That's not silly. She's young and made a mistake on social media. She's 26 years old enough to understand that actions have consequences. Those loan payments were part of your relationship. You were building something together. I was building something. Sarah was using me. The video proved that. You're being vindictive. I'm being logical. Sarah wanted independence from my wallet. She got it. Linda hung up, frustrated. The family enablement was strong, but my determination was stronger. The best part happened last week. Sarah received a formal notice that her loans were being transferred to a collections agency. Default proceedings would start in 30 days unless she paid the full amount owed. Total balance with late fees and penalties, $73,000. They want $73,000. That's impossible. Sounds like a Sarah problem. You have to help me. This is partly your fault. My fault. I gave you $10,000 toward loans that aren't mine. If anything, you owe me. That stopped her cold. She'd never considered it that way. I can't pay this alone. You should have thought about that before teaching the internet how to financially abuse men. She's been desperately trying to negotiate with the collections agency. They're not interested in payment plans from someone with 6 months of missed payments and viral content about manipulating men for money. The internet never forgets, and Sarah's learning that lesson the hard way. Update 2. This month has been a lesson in watching entitlement crash into reality. The internet's memory is long, and Sarah's discovering that going viral for the wrong reasons isn't good. Her TikTok account became toxic. Every video received comments referencing the financial manipulation tutorial. Brands dropped sponsorship deals. Her follower count plummeted. Going viral for the wrong reasons ended her influencer dreams. She tried to shift to content about financial responsibility. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. Comments like, maybe start by paying your own loans, and tutorial requests, how to destroy your own credit, flooded every video. The loan default became official. Sarah's credit score dropped to 485. The collections agency began calling her workplace. Professional embarrassment on top of financial ruin. Her mother, Linda, tried a different approach. She showed up at my door with Sarah in tow. We need to discuss this situation like adults. Linda, there's nothing to discuss. Sarah made her choice when she turned our relationship into content. She's learned her lesson. Look at what this has cost her. Sarah stood there looking miserable. Good. Has she though? Because last week she was still blaming me for her problems. I take responsibility, Sarah said quietly. I messed up, but I'm drowning here. You're drowning because you spent 8 months making videos instead of learning to manage money. Please, I'll pay you back everything. Just help me get current on the loans. Pay me back with what? You can't even pay your existing debts. I'll get a second job. I'll do anything. You should have thought about doing anything before making a tutorial about using me. They left empty-handed. Sarah's desperation was real, but my sympathy was non-existent. The collections agency offered her a settlement of $55,000 to close the account. Still more money than she'd ever seen in her life. She tried borrowing from family. Linda mortgaged her house to help. $55,000 from her mother's home equity to fix Sarah's self-created disaster. Sarah made the settlement payment last week. Her credit report will show settled for less than owed for the next 7 years. Financial Scarlet let her courtesy of her own actions. The viral video is still circulating. Screen recordings last forever. Sarah's face is permanently tied to content about manipulating men for money. Google searches of her name return that video first. She moved out last month. Couldn't afford rent anywhere decent with ruined credit. Back to Linda's house like a teenager who can't handle adult responsibilities. I'm doing great. That extra $1,350 monthly went into investments. Market returns beat what I was losing due to Sarah's financial irresponsibility. I started seeing someone new, a different type of person, someone who pays their own bills and doesn't view relationships as opportunities for social media exploitation. Final update 8 months later. Time for the last chapter of this entire affair. It's been 8 months since I discovered Sarah's instructional video about using me as her personal bank account. The long-term consequences have been just what you'd expect when someone turns financial manipulation into viral content. Sarah's TikTok career is entirely over. The algorithm buried her content. Brands won't touch her. She's working retail now, making minimum wage. The influencer lifestyle funded by my money is finished. Her credit recovery will take years. The loan default shows on every background check. She can't get approved for apartments, car loans, or credit cards. Financial exile for the foreseeable future. Linda lost $30,000 in equity, trying to help Sarah settle the loans. Their relationship is strained. Turns out funding your adult daughter's mistakes gets expensive and creates resentment. Sarah attempted to reach out one last time about 2 months ago. A different strategy this time. I know you hate me, but I wanted to apologize. Really apologize. Sarah, I don't hate you. I just don't think about you. That video was the dumbest thing I ever did. I ruined everything good in my life. You made a choice to prioritize social media fame over basic honesty. These are the consequences. I know. I just wanted you to know I understand now. What I did was wrong. Understanding it doesn't undo it. The internet is forever, and so are credit reports. I'm not asking for money or forgiveness. Just wanted you to know I learned. Good for you. Learn to live with the consequences, too. That was our last conversation. She finally understood that actions have permanent outcomes and some bridges can't be rebuilt. The beautiful irony is her viral video became a cautionary tale in financial literacy courses. Professors use it to teach about relationship boundaries and financial abuse. Sarah's face teaching lessons she never intended. My life improved significantly. The money I saved went into real investments instead of covering someone else's poor choices. Compound interest works for me instead of enabling financial manipulation. I'm engaged now to someone who splits every bill down to the penny. Someone who views financial independence as attractive instead of seeing men as walking ATMs. The revenge wasn't elaborate or complicated. I just stopped enabling toxic behavior and let natural consequences take their course. Sarah wanted to use me for money while making viral content about it. She lost the money, gained internet notoriety, and ruined her own financial future. Sometimes the best revenge is walking away and letting people experience the full impact of their own choices. Sarah got exactly what she asked for in that video. Freedom from my wallet. She just didn't consider what that freedom would actually cost her. That's the reality of consequences.